My God, we back, man. It's been a whole bunch of minutes
It's
since
been
we.
a long time, bro. Long
It
time.
has, man. This shit 2023, I think, right? Before CES.
2023. Shit, we hung out before since the last time we
God damn.
shot a podcast.
We actually saw each other in person.
Yeah, we had a drink at the bar. Well, you had a ginger ale, I think.
Yeah, man. That was dry January, man. It's over
Yeah,
today.
it
Might as
is
well
over.
have me a margarita or maybe a scotch or something.
Oh man,
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, a lot has gone on, man.
Yeah, man. Got all these boring ass phones that done dropped.
I don't know. Well, all right, we gotta go over this. Like you tell me, boring phones all the time. So
Phones, dude.
in tech, what's exciting for you then? If phones are boring,
I'm gonna tell you right now, tech in general has become boring. The most exciting things we have out right now are like the Vision Pro.
mm,
Um, I gotta say that's probably the most exciting thing, and probably those Ray-Ban glasses or some shit like that. Like it's the
yeah.
newest, most innovative thing,
Are you interested in the Vision Pro?
Not in the least.
That
But
makes
it's
two of
still
us.
the most exciting. It's still very exciting. It's just I don't care about it.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the fuck it is.
it's virtual reality on steroids.
Okay.
Yeah,
I might have to look into it, but yeah, I mean, and the only reason I'm really not interested in it is one because it is Apple. I really can't really
there's the
screw with
hater.
Apple like that,
The
um,
price,
but
dude.
also because of virtual reality. Virtual reality gives me motion sickness, like if I'm
Mm,
not careful with it. So
I get
even
that. Certain games do the same for me.
yeah, I got the PS VR, and I can only do so much, man. It wasn't a waste of $500, but how much was that?
Yeah,
$500.
I think
I mean,
so.
I
I
still
think
play
it is.
around with it, every blue moon. But, yeah, I don't use nowhere near as much as I should.
Yeah, I had the PSVR and I sold it because it made me sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I
You gotta
got
be sitting
the
down, man, and even then you get sick.
yeah. I picked
Oh,
up the Meta, the Quest 2 last year.
mhm.
I do like that. That hasn't made me sick yet, and I do like it.
Really? I wonder what the difference is.
I think it's just the games I was playing because not every game on the PlayStation VR made me sick, but
Oh,
certain types of games made me sick.
yeah, I got it. Okay.
But after the last one made me nauseous as hell, and I was done with it. I was like, "There's no going back."
Oh, man. It's some shit in that PSVR, like, playing, Resident Evil. Oh, goddamn.
Mm.
That shit, it'll make you pee a little bit.
Make you pee.
Yeah, man.
You
A
wanna
whole little
pee.
2 bowels.
Damn. Yo, what
Yeah,
phone you
man.
using?
The S24 Ultra.
What do you think of it?
Dude, it is literally the S22 Ultra on steroids. Not
Yeah?
even on steroids with just like like a fucking a
It's just
monster
it's
or
just
fucking Red Bull.
yeah. It is, it is.
And that's why I say tech is boring, man. Look at the iPhone, right? I got two things that to gripe about. So look at the iPhone and then look at all the top tier US available Android phones. So you got iPhone, then you got the three Android phones. You got Google Pixel, and then you got the Samsung bunch, and then you got the OnePlus brand.
Mhm.
Those are what I would consider the top accessible phones in the
In the
US.
US, yeah.
Yeah. For the last 3 years, they have all been the same, with the exception of the OnePlus, because the 11 was definitely different from the 10. But then you
Mhm.
got the 12 and 12R, which is basically 11, and
I feel like the
it's like
12R is the 11, just rebranded.
it kind of is, but
Yeah.
there's a few elements taken from it, but I don't know. It's the same freaking phone, man.
Mhm.
So yeah, and it's like take a phone 3 years ago and just give it, a sip of a Red Bull, and you got today's launches.
A
That's
sip
all
of a
they've
Red
done.
Bull. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
I
man.
just think we've talked about this, like, releasing a phone every year, there's only so much you can do.
True. And I think they should scale back. I don't know who started it. I don't care. But I think somebody should take the step up and say, look, we're not doing this for 2 more years, man. Enjoy your phone that you got this year. We'll see you 2 years from now with a badass drop.
Yeah, you know that's never gonna happen.
I don't think anybody would care though. Like, I
You're
think
right, they probably wouldn't except for the companies that are selling the phones every year and making a ton of money doing it. Like, they're
they're,
getting paid.
they're not though. If you
You
think
don't think so?
about
Sam,
everybody's got their market share. There's nobody really gaining a bunch of market share, right? People are just buying shit. And that's my second gripe when it comes to like Android versus Apple. It's 2024. Why are we still even talking about that? Seriously. Everybody knows that Apple has its fans and they're always going to be there, right? And every once in a while, somebody from Android will trickle over or somebody from Apple will trickle over to the Android side, but
Yeah,
it's
it
not like
happens.
people are moving in droves.
No,
So
no.
the discussion of Apple and Android is dead. It is just a done deal. You like what you like and you're going to use what you like. And then you got, a company like Google, they've got their foothold, right? But they ain't going nowhere. And I got a third freaking gripe.
Oh shit.
I'm just the angry tech dude today.
Yeah. You should change your channel name to that.
These freaking Google Pixel people, man. I wonder, like, when I get on threads, I'll be hearing pixel this, pixel that, pixel this, pixel that. And I'm like, man, that, I mean, the phone is great. Pixels are fucking great, right? But come on, man, they ain't all that. They're no better than any other phone at
No, they're not.
anything.
They're not. They're not.
But these people, the Pixel people are probably worse than the fucking iPhone and Samsung Knights.
That's
Oh my
because
God.
there's a limited amount of them, and the ones that are there are crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, Google just be giving phones away, right? I don't even think it would be like that if they weren't giving them phones away.
Probably not.
Most of these Team Pixel, posts are Team Pixel. They
Yeah,
gave them the phone.
They were giving the phones. Yeah.
So that's why they gonna push it on the internet. So
I mean, it is good for. Look, there are some advantages to it, like AI. Apple doesn't have it at all.
Okay, gripe number 4. You picking at all my little
Yeah,
things.
what is it? What is it?
Apple doesn't have AI yet, right? Google kind of started. Actually, Google did start it. Like
Google
they're
started
the
it.
ones that said, "Hey, we're
Google's
putting
had it for a couple years."
Yeah. Samsung was next on the list. And I don't know if anybody else has done it. But just like every freaking thing else, when it comes to the Apple versus Android thing, everybody knows that the innovation in Apple, and you can see it all over the internet. People will comment even today that the innovation at Apple died when Steve Jobs died, right? Some can argue that point. I don't really care, but I just know I've seen it and heard it, right? So with that being said, what are they going to do that's new without claiming what are they going to claim that's new that they've done?
They're going to do it all the time. They do it in
borrowing it from someone else.
Yeah,
like
every
Google.
keynote they have, they claim that they invented something.
Yes. So next year, what are we on right now? 15?
15, yeah.
The iPhone 16 will have AI just built into the phone, just baked the fuck in there.
It will.
That's just gonna be brand new. Ain't nobody ever done this shit before, man. You're gonna circle the search, man. We're gonna translate your shit.
Yeah, they're gonna have graphs about how much faster and more powerful they are against other numbers, but they're not gonna say what those numbers are from or who they're from.
Right.
It's just gonna be some weird looking graph with 30% increase on the amount of or level or power of their AI versus somebody else's AI.
Yep. And gripe number 5. Why did Samsung make like 2 fucking phones that look just like iPhones this year?
Dude, I have them. They are the iPhone. I have them. They're the iPhone.
So basically, with the S23 or S24 Ultra, we basically got the Samsung Galaxy
and the
Pixel.
S23.
It's the Samsung Galaxy
That's what
Pixel.
it is. Yeah,
that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And then the Samsung Galaxy iPhones is what we got as far as the Plus and the other
S24 and the S24 Plus. Yeah.
Phones are freaking boring. You just validating my point, man.
It looks good though. That I will say this: the S24 Plus is a nice looking phone.
The iPhone is a nice looking phone.
That's why. Yeah, I mean,
they fucking stole it, man.
Of course they did. They all borrow shit from each other all the time. They all take and.
But that's why they're boring. Ain't nobody really pushing the needle, man.
They'll even go and make fun of each other and create commercials making fun of each other, and then a year or two later, adopt the same damn thing. Yeah,
that first year they don't want to get caught, but 2 years later they're gonna be like, "Yeah, okay."
Charging bricks. They make fun of Apple for taking the charging brick out. 2 years later, what'd Samsung do?
Yep. Hell, the other reason we ain't got no damn charger brick or fucking headphone jack.
This guy has a charger brick.
Yes. And does it have a headphone jack?
No, I don't think so.
I'll tell you what it does have, a freaking IR blaster.
IR blaster, that's right.
It's got an IR blaster,
Yep.
man.
This
That's
isn't. I
cool.
didn't even open it yet. Still
Nobody
sealed.
asked for that. Well, okay, we all asked for that.
I mean,
But
I
why
would
they just throw
prefer.
it in all of a sudden?
I prefer a headphone jack over an IR blaster.
I could go either way. I really don't care. I don't use
Yeah.
either one. I've gotten accustomed to it, and even before, I don't really remember using the IR blaster, and I've always hated wired headphones.
Yeah, it depends
Well, I
what I'm
can't say
doing.
always. Basically, since about probably 2010, I've just hated wired headphones.
I mean, I still have a lot of IEMs that I listen to here and there. That's the only reason I would want it. The only
But
reason.
why do you listen to them? You just be jamming like that,
Yeah,
or
it's just cleaner. It's cleaner music, man.
okay? I don't think most people do that, man. I think the mass
Probably not.
majority of people just want to hear music. They're not listening for details.
Well, you know what it's like. We've listened to hundreds or thousands of fucking earbuds.
Yeah, but that's like telling somebody who's never had, I don't know, steak that it's delicious. They don't give a shit. They ain't never had steak. They don't know what they're missing.
It's true. I didn't give a shit either before YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Until you try it.
But but we're still talking about the mass majority of people, right? They just don't care, and that's why they're not selling it. It's $35 they can save.
But you know what they do care about?
What?
iPhones.
They care about titanium.
No, if that was the case, the 23 Ultra, what was that phone that came out years ago that was built out of titanium?
They didn't care about it because it wasn't Apple.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. It
That-
wouldn't have
that's
mattered.
with
It wouldn't have
every fucking
mattered.
thing. The
It would
AI
not have
shit
mattered.
doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't. AI doesn't matter with Apple, but
Next year it will.
It will. That's right.
Next year it will.
Yeah.
And okay, so you've had the S24 and the Google Pixel. Well, the Pixel doesn't. Well, the Pixel has plenty of AI already, right? So
Look at that case.
that's pretty freaking fly, man. The Pixel has had it. I don't think you had a Pixel, but you got this Galaxy, right?
I don't have this year's Pixel. I do have the Pixel Fold.
But it's got AI, right?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah,
use any of that stuff?
No.
I
None.
thought you were gonna say that.
No. No. You know what I do use? I use like the instant translation
Okay.
because I work with a lot of people who don't speak English.
Okay.
So I need that. And I
That's
use it a few times a week.
I'm gonna have to remember I have that sitting in my pocket next time I'm
Yeah.
talking to someone. Like, I don't know. I got to talk to my freaking gardener, man. I got a lot of work for him to do, and I was thinking about not even asking him because the language barrier is so
Mm.
thick. Sometimes he has to bring his son with him so I can really converse with him and tell him what I need, and then his son will tell him, then it get done. So
So I
I
have
might try it.
take the Translate app. I've just been using the Translate app, and it has like this new feature on it
Uh-huh.
where it's like instant voice, and it works fantastic. And literally,
Oh.
you can be sitting right across from me speaking a different language, just
Mhm.
right into the phone, and it's like, I mean, within a second or two, you have your answer, and it's been clean. It hasn't messed up on me yet. And then I would speak in English right back, and it would say it in their language. It's awesome.
Oh man, I'm definitely trying that. Okay, so that's one that I haven't used, but I need to use because it will come in handy. I've used Circle to Search one time on
Yeah.
Instagram because I saw a car and I just wanted to see if it would work.
Yeah.
So I didn't need to search for nothing. I knew what
Yeah.
kind of car it was.
So I haven't used Circle to Search yet, but I use the other. It's just you hit that button and it searches on its own. It like picks out like the main object in the display and
Yeah.
then searches on its own. So I tested it out with like headphones and earbuds and stores and like chocolates and pizza and stuff, and it worked every
Mhm.
time.
But you can't get rid of that little line at the bottom. All I could figure out was how to make it smaller.
Yeah.
So mine is really small. It's still there. I can see it, but it's there. These freaking phones.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
can you finally come and agree with me, man? The phones are freaking boring.
They are boring, but I still love
Okay,
them.
that's all I need to hear.
I still love them.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too, but they're freaking boring. Boring as shit.
Yeah.
Hell,
I mean, what would you want it to do?
a phone?
Yeah. So it's
Dude,
not boring.
I had-
What could it do that makes it not boring? Would it be like a holographic, like if somebody was calling you and you hit answer, the hologram of their face would pop up and you could talk to them like that,
That's fucking cool.
right?
That's fucking cool,
We
man.
talk about AI and shit. That would be dope.
That's fucking cool. Okay,
Yeah.
when we get there, I'll get excited again.
Yeah.
That's cool. But to be honest with you, man, there's nothing really I got that when I use my phone on a daily basis, there's really not anything I can think of that jumps out at me, and I say, I wish it could do this, because they
Yeah.
can. And I think that's why they're boring, is because there was such huge power plays over like a 6-year span between, I would say, what, 2012, 2014 through 2018, 19.
Yeah.
Huge power plays, man. And they just put out a lot of tech, man. And as far as design goes, hey, it is what it is. We got folding phones, but we're starting to see that those aren't really, taking off like they wanted to, because they won't do the shit that we want them to do.
And they're fragile.
And they're freaking fragile. But yeah, and it's not that I'm complaining about them being boring. It sounds like it. I'm just saying we're there at a point where, can we stop, with all the fanfare about a new phone, because it's literally the same one you had last year. Like,
It
it's
is.
great. The technology is fucking fantastic, but can we talk about something else? That's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
So I mean, it ain't really nothing I got to input. It's just, can it just be over like every year?
I want the phones that you see in the movies. The ones that
You know what phones you see in the movies? Goddamn burner Android phones. That's what you see.
It's true, but I'm talking about in like the sci-fi movies. In all the sci-fi movies where they have like a see-through iPad or like a see-through phone. Like, I
Yeah.
want that shit to look like glass, like clear, see right through it glass,
That will be some cool shit. I
right?
don't really care about that though. But you
I'm
did
just
make
saying
up
it
a
would
good
be
point though.
cool.
In the movies, every time you see a phone, it's either going to be an iPhone, or it's gonna be a burner Android phone with
It's
that
true. There's a
standard
lot of
black
burners.
screen
There's
with
a
the
lot of
red and the
burners.
green.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's a lot of burners.
Yeah, man, they be using them burners like
Mhm.
$300 burners, man.
I
Text,
know.
what is it, talk to text, or what is that shit called? Straight talk.
Straight talk. I like straight
Oh
talk.
man, yeah.
So
I don't know,
phones are
man. And
boring.
as far as the rest of the tech, man, like earbuds, headphones, and speakers, all that shit's boring too. Oh my god, I'm sick of the audio stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I was burnt out on that long before phones, because
I agree.
it's a simpler product.
And there's so many of them. There's so many of them,
That's
and
what, and
they're
they
all
make them
good
every
these
20
they're all
minutes.
good. They're all good these days.
Yeah, it's hard to find a bad pair. You can find a pair that's better than the last good pair, but
Yeah.
it's hard to find a bad set of
Yeah, but it's
headphones.
hard to get a pair of earbuds that you wouldn't recommend.
Mhm. Yeah, even with phone calls, some of them are trash, but
Well, I think that's the next thing, like, the mics all have to improve. I mean, a lot of them have good mics these days, but this year, I think it was, or last year in 2023, it was get better microphones and get better battery life.
I don't think we're gonna get better battery life without them actually getting bigger. But I
You know
think
they
in
can't
order
do
to
that.
improve phone calls on every set of earbuds, it must look like the stem design, like the
Yeah, of
AirPods.
course. Has to.
There's no way around that, I don't think.
You hate those, don't you?
I fucking hate them. The only ones I make exceptions for are the OnePlus, and that's
Mhm.
just because they're comfortable and they look cool.
Those are still my daily drivers at the gym.
I got the new ones, the OnePlus Buds 3,
Yeah,
and
how are they?
I unboxed them for short and put them back in the box. I still ain't used them. That's how uninspired this shit is to me.
You said that so, like, just blah too, like,
Dude, I am so uninspired. I have a OnePlus 11, and look how okay. And I don't know if this is a gripe or not, but I got to call out OnePlus on this. Samsung had their event. I don't know what day that was. What, 2 weeks ago on a
for
Tuesday?
was it 2 weeks ago? It had to be 2 weeks ago.
Okay, 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday or something like that. They had their event. So the day of the event, all the big wigs get the phones. They drop their videos. We're talking about the top tier YouTubers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I would say 4 or 5 days after that, we actually started getting them.
Mhm.
So when those guys get their phones, they make their initial video, and then they'll do a video for gaming. Then they'll compare it to an iPhone. Then they'll
Yeah.
compare all three to each other, like
Yeah.
shit ton of videos, right? So over the next 5 days, that's what you're seeing from them. And then they actually start shipping the things pretty quick. Some people were getting theirs early. So then, the regular YouTubers get our phones, and then we start putting out content. And it's literally the same type of content those guys were putting out the week before.
Yeah.
So that's 2 solid weeks of Galaxy phone YouTube stuff, right? In the phone world. Why would OnePlus release their phone, their flagship model phone during that period?
Yeah.
Do they even want people to buy that shit?
No, I think, but you have to look at it a different way too. Like they know a lot of people are going to be searching phones.
Mm-mm.
People are going to be on YouTube looking at phone content. Why not put theirs up now? Because they believe that OnePlus 12 can compete with what Samsung has this year.
Dude, it can. In some ways, it's better.
Yeah.
But marketing is, come on, man. Marketing is key. You could sell a handful of shit if you got the right marketing behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, why would they do that? Well, they could have dropped that phone this week or maybe next week. It's what, 2 weeks out from the day
Yeah.
they actually did it?
Yeah, it was literally right after Unpacked.
Yeah, and then people would actually care. I don't think, and I think that's why the videos don't do as well. It's because people are still watching Samsung stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause if you
that's
think about it,
not a bad point.
when I talked about the accessible phones in the US, you got Samsung on top, then Google, and then OnePlus. You're the third rung on the ladder, and you're going to drop your phone at the height of the number one rung on the ladder. That just seems a little asinine to me, man.
Yeah. Well, number
It makes
2
it
on the
hard
ladder.
on us
Number 2. Samsung's number 2 on the ladder.
as far as
Everything.
Android market
No, I'm talking about overall phone sales.
on top of Google.
Nah, iPhones are number 1.
Oh no, I'm talking about Android. Because
Alright.
once again, if you are into phones, you're either one or the other.
True. And Samsung out of the Android phones is the one to go to here.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a phone, you're an Android guy. You're not looking at the Apple shit. And then you see Samsung out here just having a heyday, and all of a sudden this OnePlus shows up. It looks good. It's got a big ass camera bump, but I don't know. It's a OnePlus. It's not a Samsung. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't unbox this yet. Like I'm gonna crack it open. I don't know if I'll even have time to do it tonight. I'll probably crack it open tomorrow.
When did you get it?
Today.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just got too much to do, so I probably won't open it until tomorrow. But I mean, my SIM is going in it, dude.
You're gonna put your SIM card in the
Putting
OnePlus.
my SIM in the OnePlus 12 over the S24 Ultra. Because I know what I have here in the S24. I already know I have a beast of a phone.
I'm about to out you, man. You and all the other freaking tech phone YouTubers.
And I bought this, by the way. This wasn't sent to me. I
Dude,
bought this.
I get it. We talk about this all the time. Every time you get a new phone, right? You'll say your SIM is in it, and then when I ask you again, which one is your SIM in? It's always the Ultra, whether it was the S23 or
that's not true.
That is
you know,
true.
you know, I used the OnePlus 11 for a long time.
That's because you didn't know how to change your contacts. That's the only reason. You told me you wanted to. You just didn't want to have to go through the thing about the contact.
I did it. But what happened after I used the 11? I didn't even go back to the S23 Ultra. I went to the OnePlus Open after that.
Yeah, that was the new phone.
Yeah, and the only reason I stopped using I would probably still be using the OnePlus Open right now, but the only reason I stopped using it is because it broke.
But it's fixed.
And now I traded it in for the OnePlus 12.
Dude, I think you're kind of validating my point here.
Yeah. You know what? I told you why. I told you why I traded it in.
Why is it that, like, you'll see if I could get every top YouTuber on the thing right now and ask them what phone do they use, I guarantee you it's going to be the flagship iPhone or an Ultra. It's going to be an Ultra phone.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a Pixel. I don't care shit what they say about pixels in their videos. It's not going to be a Pixel, and it's not going to be a OnePlus. It is going to be a Samsung or iPhone Ultra.
You're probably right.
No, it ain't no probably, man. And the only one who doesn't use an Ultra is Mr. Mobile. He loves that freaking.
He likes the flip phones, don't he?
He likes to fold, the Galaxy Fold. And that's cool. That's cool. And he is another guy. I'm glad he says this and he stands by it. He's another guy that says phones are boring. I saw a post from him not long ago saying that he wasn't even planning on covering the S24 Ultra because it was boring. It was very iterative as far as an update to the S23, and he wasn't even going to cover it, but he feels like he has to because of the AI stuff.
And that's the different. Like, what else is different besides the flat display?
Dude, it's not
A
special enough.
No, Samsung A Gen 3, that like you get the new chip, a little better camera, like all the shit we get every year.
Yeah, you know what I'm mad about? All this stuff. Do you think the S22 hardware could handle what the S24 is doing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because why can't we just get updates? You
We're
know what they
going
should
to.
do?
We're going to for the S23 Ultra. They already said they're sending it out, but they're waiting. The updates for all the AI shit will be going to the S23 Ultra. I don't know if it's going to go to the 22. The 23 is getting it at some point. They're not doing it now because then nobody's going to upgrade.
Okay, fair enough. But how would you feel about this, man? What if okay, based off what you know about the last three releases of the Ultras, the
Mhm.
S23, and even the iPhones, because you've used those, right?
Yeah, I've used them all.
What if they said, all right, look, we're not going to be upgrading your shit for free anymore. Your software updates, we're going to do this shit like Windows. You know what I'm saying? You either pay a yearly subscription, $100 a year or whatever, or you just buy it outright for that particular version. And like, okay, when you get, when I'm talking about like not security updates and stuff, I'm talking about like full on
Software updates.
software, right?
Yeah.
So like Android 16 or whatever the hell we're on right now,
Like,
you
yeah, like
have to
iOS 17 comes out next year or something.
you pay $100 for that,
I
or
would
you
be
skip it.
pissed. I would be pissed.
Really? I think I
Yeah,
would like that, man. Think
I'd be
about this.
pissed.
Hear me out. Hear me out. So you got an S22 Ultra, which if I held it side by side with the 23 and 24, very, very minor differences, right?
Yeah.
Same cameras and shit. Everything's still the same. Okay. And then you say, okay, this new phone is out. I don't need a new fucking phone, but I like that. I like that fucking that new feature they got. I'll pay $100 for it. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of upgrading your phone.
Instead of buying a whole new fucking phone, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all you're getting anyways.
Or they could just send the upgrade out for free.
Yeah, they gotta make money though. Because if they're
I mean
gonna, if they're gonna do something like that, then they gotta make some money.
they make enough damn money already.
Trust me, it's coming to life. It's coming to fruition at some point. We're gonna have to start paying for these updates.
Don't say that.
Oh, for
Don't
sure.
speak that into existence, bro.
They just launched Google and Android or Samsung just talked about 7 years worth of upgrades, right? In your
Mhm.
software.
Nobody's keeping their shit for 7 years.
Bingo. Nobody's keeping their shit for 7 years. It's usually, I would say, max
We're going max 3 years.
3 to 4. 4 is
Yeah.
4 is fucking pushing it. But
Yeah.
3, right? Once this 7-year period is over with, I guarantee you we have to pay for it.
You think so?
guarantee we're gonna have
You
to
think
pay
that's
for
their timeline?
And I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't mind because when I was looking at this keynote, right, I actually turned the keynote off extremely early. Like I couldn't, like there was nothing for me to look at. Once I see what this phone looks like and
Mhm.
what they're actually talking about, they weren't talking about the new stuff. They're talking about new software.
Yeah, new
I'm
AI.
thinking, you telling me I gotta pay if I gotta if I want to trade my phone in, I think I got $600. I think they were offering like maybe what was it, 700
I think
for
7 for the
Ultra?
S23 Ultra.
All right, so and the phone is
That's what
what,
I got.
$1,300?
I think it was 1,300, yeah.
All right, so
Well, maybe 1,200 with the free storage upgrade.
let's call it an even $500 that
Yeah,
that you
that
got
you
to
gotta
pay out of
pay.
pocket
Yeah,
for a trade-in. So you telling me I got to pay $500 for a software update?
pretty much.
Why not just pay 100? Let me
New I
save
mean,
you the shipping.
you're getting a little more than that. You're getting a new chip, right?
Dude, who cares about a new chip?
I mean, I agree. The old
What is
one
the
is
new
still
chip doing?
powerful. It's gonna give you a little more efficiency, a little better battery life,
What if you didn't
hopefully.
have a problem with your 22?
Well, then you shouldn't have to worry about it. Then you wouldn't upgrade. Why would you upgrade at all?
So you can have that one new feature that you want. Some of the new software that they've added, you want it, right? But you don't want to have to pay $500 and get a completely different phone
But you
when
would
your
pay
old
100
phone
bucks
can
for it?
handle it perfectly.
You would pay 100 bucks for it?
I'd pay $100 easy, man.
I want that shit for free, man. I
Well,
I, I bought the phone for
mm,
$1,300. They should be
but
giving me that
I
software at
think that's
least.
where we're spoiled though. You bought the initial software and the hardware for $1,300.
You
You
know
didn't
what
buy anything from the future.
but you know what they should do then? If you're talking like that, they should give you the software for free for 3 years. And then anything after 3 years, then maybe you pay for it, because at that point it becomes a burden to them to keep that software updated that's old like that.
That's not a bad way to go. We'll call that
Yeah.
option B. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
not a
mean,
bad
why
way.
not? Yeah. Give the first few years, whatever the average is for the regular person out here. How long does somebody hold their phone?
Let's
Make
draw that too. Let's do it too.
make the standard 2 years. After 2 years, if you wanna hold on to your old phone, you gotta pay for software updates.
Yeah,
And like you said before, not security updates,
yeah,
software
security
updates.
patches and stuff like that. We're good. You
Yeah.
got that. But yeah, man, if it was that way, I would actually still have. Well, okay, due to what I was doing with YouTube,
Mhm.
I still would have ended up upgrading just so I can make videos. But as a regular person, man, I would have bought them damn software updates so fast.
Mm. Yeah,
And
these
looking at what
phones
we got now, I would have skipped it. I would have saved $100 and just kept using my S23.
S23 is a monster still.
That's what I'm talking about. There's
Monster.
the only difference is titanium and AI, which the 23 is actually getting.
You know what's funny? The the titanium on the S23 Ultra or 24 Ultra, look, I don't even know what's what. On the 24 Ultra it feels good.
It does.
It
It
feels
does.
good, and I don't have that same feeling with the titanium on an iPhone.
Was it because it's textured or something?
No, for me, it's just it feels way too light. I don't know what it is, and
Which one?
I don't even know the comparison of weight between this and the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but when I grabbed the 15 Pro Max, and I still have it here, it just feels like a toy. It feels so
It
light.
it's the glass.
Think so?
Tap the glass with your fingernail. You got both phones right there?
No, I actually left my 15 Pro Max at work today.
I did this in my comparison back in the day when I got my iPhone. I tapped the glass on the iPhone and it feels like cheap plastic. And then you tap the glass on the Samsung and it feels
Mhm.
like glass. I think it's just a more denser or heavier material.
For me, I think it's more of just a feeling, like a feeling of the weight. And I don't even know. If somebody leave comments and let me know the difference in the weight. I mean, maybe the 15 Pro Max is even heavier, but for some reason, it just feels cheaper to me.
I'm telling you, it's in the glass. Like it's not when you're touching the glass, it's the weight of the glass and the hollowy kind of feel when you pick it up.
Hmm.
Because that's what it felt like. I noticed it
It
immediately,
does
and that's
have,
why I started
yeah.
tapping on it.
Hollowy feel is a good way to put it. It does feel hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a space in there or something. Maybe it's a different type of glass. They all call their shit something special, but who knows?
But this thing feels good.
It does. You know what? I've been using my phone naked since I got it, but the other day, because I need a case. I don't use cases, right? Um, until I go outside and hang out at the pool because there's nothing but stone out there, and I don't like putting my phone down on freaking stone.
Yeah. It's going to
So
break.
I bought this joint from the store online, the big one, Amazon.
Oh my goodness. The store, the big
The
store
big store,
online.
yeah. With the
That's
smile on
funny.
your face. Yeah, man. I saw this bug and it's got the little camera shield on it. It's a speaking case.
Yeah.
I like this thing, man. It feels pretty good. It still feels like a case, and I can't stand it, but I put it on there and just haven't managed to take it off yet.
You're going to
But
like this one better.
I hope so, man.
You're going to like
One of
this one
these
better.
days I'll get one whenever it decides to show up.
It's on its way.
Man, so okay, which one would you prefer? The blue? Uh
Yeah, I think I would like the blue better.
okay. I might have to get that blue
Yeah, the blues
once
are
it
out of stock though.
once it becomes available. Was it
Yeah,
ever in stock?
I don't know. I don't
That
know. I
ain't
haven't seen a review of it or anything.
ain't that a little suspicious? Like,
Yeah, I
how you
haven't
know
seen it. I
they
haven't seen.
had their prototype?
I'm gonna have to look and see if I can find any reviews on it.
That's a little suspicious to me, man.
I'm gonna
Like
check right now. That was the moonrise.
moonrise, sunset, and moonrise.
Sunset. The sunset one is dope though. Like the
But
sunset
I'm
one
gonna tell
looks
you right
good.
now, I think so. I'm gonna use that word boring again. Even though they both look fantastic, and I wanted the moonrise
Mm.
initially. When you think about it, the moonrise is kind of subtle. It's just this nice subdued blue. That
So there
sunset you
are
got there, it looks nice.
there are videos on it. I only see one video that is up for the S24 Ultra in Moonrise. The rest of them are all iPhone 15 Pro Max videos.
Yeah, I think there was some type of shortage, and they didn't say nothing about it.
Yeah, there's one video here from somebody named Ali. All Cases Here. That's his channel. All Cases Here. And he's got both the moonrise and the sunset. That's the only one. That's one video. The rest are iPhone videos.
Yeah, suspicious, man. It's real suspicious.
That's all right.
Yeah, but just so everybody knows, make myself clear, I'm over it.
Tech is boring, huh?
I am over it. It's not that. Oh no, is tech boring? When you say tech, that was one of our topics that we were going to talk about. When you say the word tech, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
For me, phones.
I think that's for most people.
Yeah,
I don't understand why.
I understand
why, but tech is way bigger than a phone.
Well, but you said what's the first thing that comes to mind? That doesn't mean people don't understand it's way bigger than that. Tech is it's a huge circle of things that encompass tech. What comes to mind for you first thing?
I'd probably say phone.
Yeah.
I think we're just conditioned that way.
Are you bored or burnt out with projectors?
No.
Why? They're all showing just a TV screen.
Yeah, but they're all different.
You can say
like
that
literally every one of them, except for when you have like Android TV on it or something like that, they're all different. They come in different shapes, sizes, and they all have different displays. They all it's something you got to experience to understand. It's not like when you pick up a phone and as soon as you get on that home screen, it's the same thing, right? You swipe up, you get your app drawer, swipe down, you get your stuff, and then you get the same freaking apps, right?
Yeah.
And then of course, when you're going from one manufacturer to the other, there's different designs, but within those manufacturers, all same designs. Projectors just ain't that way. It's just a totally different ball game. Because it's hard to explain. I think it's something you just got to really experience. And then when you talk about these like sound bars and stuff, dude, that's some game changing shit right there. When you can hear like shit coming from above you, that's fucking insane. When you know it ain't nothing else in that house but you sitting here going like this. Whoa.
That would be cool.
Yeah, man.
What else?
What's not boring?
Yeah, what else? What other piece of tech would you enjoy? Is there a piece of tech that you would enjoy?
Ooh, that's a good question. Consumer tech? I don't think so, man. I think we're just there. That's the problem. We're there. And I think we're at a plateau. We've been there for a couple of years. And I think we're just going to have to hang out here for a little bit, on this plateau until something shakes things up. Let's go back to 2007. Everything was moving right pretty fast. And then we had phones, we had flip phones, we had
plenty of
type
phones.
of phones, and then all of a sudden this company comes out with the
Apple dropped a bomb.
Yeah, and it shook the whole world, man.
Yeah.
And from there things sped up even more and things got real interesting. We had some freaking nice freaking phones coming out, man. We had the HTC joints. We had all the new Samsung joints, and what was that? LG was making phones back then. Oh man, we have freaking fun. It was fun. It was fun and exciting. And then I don't know when it happened, but they all became the same phone. We just said that how Samsung just made the Galaxy
S24 iPhone,
S24 iPhone, and the Galaxy Pixel. Like they all just start doing the same shit. But I think we're just there with pretty much all tech, even projectors, where we're just kind of at a plateau. I don't know. The projector game, though, it has changed because, this ultra short throw shit is just it's starting to catch fire now. But for tech, man, I think we're just there with consumer tech, speakers, earbuds, headphones, phones, freaking computers. It's just what it is.
I'm ready for some flying cars, to be honest with you.
Man.
Could you imagine? Man. Like a flying car? I want that.
I'm ready for it, but we ain't ready for it.
No. You know what's not ready for it? The structure of the way things are built. That's the problem. The world the way it is not ready. Isn't like people aren't ready. I agree with you, but the world the way it's built,
Mhm.
how are you going to control flying cars?
Up in the air, I have no idea. But I get what you're saying, especially when it's time to like land.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
everything is
Like,
on the ground,
yeah,
right? So,
yeah,
okay, let's say I need to go to. I'm gonna come see you.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna fly from Texas to New York or
Mhm.
Jersey,
Where are you going
and
to park your plane?
yeah, well, it's like okay, you give me your GPS coordinates. I'm up there, right? You give me your GPS coordinates, and I just come straight down on your driveway like a drone. Like,
That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I mean, if
it
that's how
would
it
be
works,
awesome.
yeah, that would be awesome. Or they might have dedicated landing spots because most of them, the flying cars, you're gonna be able to drive too, right? So maybe there's a
Mhm.
dedicated landing spot, and then you have to drive the final like mile or two.
Man, but then you got traffic. That you're recreating traffic at
Oh
that point.
yeah, yeah.
Because in the air, there's no traffic. But as soon as you make a central hub or central hubs
It'd
where
be
you
like
got
an
to land
airport.
these
It would be like
mofos,
an airport.
yeah. Now we got this bottleneck traffic.
Yeah, you'd have to fly to it. You'd have to fly to an airport. Air traffic control
Yep.
comes into play, and
Then how we gonna avoid terrorism? You know what I'm saying? Like,
like if
like
everybody had their own car.
everybody's flying in a car, man. You can't stop these terrorists.
No, car bombing. You're gonna have car bombs all over the place.
In the
Flying
freaking
car
air,
bombs.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't do that. It ain't gonna never happen. The
It'll
dude that
happen.
invented that shit is dead. They found him.
No,
He's
no.
done.
Well, that dude's dead, but there was a bunch of CES.
Oh man, that shit ain't never coming to life, man.
I don't
Not
know. Dude,
mainstream.
it has been around for so long. When I was in high school, which was a very long time ago, they had articles in the paper of flying cars that flew as high as telephone poles do. Our history teacher showed it to us.
Ooh, man, how dangerous is that?
Yeah, like if that was the height they could fly, just like
Yeah,
telephone pole height.
dude, I'd be scared to fly my drone that high. Every time I fly my drone, I yank that mug way up in the sky.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah. Drones are amazing.
Oh, now that is cool. That's some cool technology.
Drones are fun. Yeah.
You
If
know,
you've never if you're out there listening and if you've never flown a good drone, not the ones you could buy for like 40, $50 and fly in your house,
nah,
like
get you a Mavic.
yeah, Mavic Air 2, 3, whatever number they're on, Mavic Pro, whatever. Those things are incredibly fun.
Yeah, they really are.
They're
But
fast. You
you know,
don't
when they
realize how
first came
fast they
out,
are.
there was, a lot of, you know, talk about them and stuff like that. But then they start making rules.
Well, yeah, you have to get like a pilot's license or something.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a license or nothing, but I'll still throw it up there when I need to or when I want to play around.
Yeah, I did. I got all that stuff.
Nah, I didn't. Fuck that. I'm just gonna be an outlaw.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How long you think we've been going for?
Oh man, the thing says 43 minutes.
43 minutes. This might be the longest one yet.
This is. That's what she said.
Yeah. She said, "Thank God."
She's like, enough is enough.
Thank
There's
God.
more.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just think we're there with tech, and we're gonna be here for a while, and I'm just gonna have to change my attitude and
I
perk up
mean,
and start
you go
liking it again.
there's not much you can do about it.
Ain't shit I can do about it. Just use
No.
it.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing.
But the good news is it's good. Like we have really great tech. They don't
We
really
do.
put out bad products or shady products or like products that don't work well anymore. Take it back to the phones and the Android of 2010 through 12 or 14. Like that was some glitchy shit.
Yeah.
Now we got smooth running stuff.
Tech
Smooth
is
running
great.
stuff.
Tech is great until it stops working.
Yes.
And then
Did we ever talk about my smart home problems?
we did off air, not on the podcast.
Dude, tech is amazing when that
Yeah.
shit is working properly. I'll be asking Google to turn lights off, close my garage, and turn on the pool and all kinds of stuff, man. But when that shit ain't working, this is what you end up doing.
Yeah.
And you just mad, bro.
It is the most frustrating goddamn thing ever. You want to snap something. Like something needs to break for you to feel
Yes,
okay.
man. Oh my
That's
god!
funny.
And
We
then
should
you
do a whole
realize
podcast on your smart home.
what's that?
We should talk about your smart home on,
No,
like,
man,
a
we'll
whole
talk
podcast.
about how it needs an overhaul. I think
Mm.
I don't know what it is. It could be, we use a lot of like Wi-Fi. Have you ever looked at how many products you got connected to your Wi-Fi?
I have in the past a couple times, only like a handful of times I've done that.
Dude, I probably got about 80 products.
80? Jesus. I think the most I've ever had was maybe like 20, if
Mm.
that.
Man, my guy Wilson, he was at my house and we were doing something and he looked at my phone like on my router. He said, "All this is connected?"
Mm.
I said, "Yeah, man, it's a smart home."
What kinda you gotta have some good Wi-Fi, dude.
It's really good. It's really good. I could complain and I will, but at the end of the day, it's good Wi-Fi. It's reliable. It's speedy. Well, it's reliable until it fails.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's great until it fails.
Yeah,
I mean, you got 80 things on there, eventually I think it's gonna fail.
yeah. That shit. I got a lot of products, man. I got like plugs, all my light switches, and then I have these lights that go on the outside of the house that go up in the soffits that illuminate the house, and it kind of make you look like you're rich, like you got money, but I really don't. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
the
I know.
landscape lighting.
Yeah, I know.
So all those are individually connected, and that's the bulk of them. There's like 26
They're
of those.
individually connected?
Yeah, I did it that
Wow.
way. So like when a holiday comes, like Christmas or something, I can do like red, green.
You wanna change it up,
Yeah. So just
That's
I went
cool.
and spent a few extra dollars and bogged down my Wi-Fi.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? No, we ain't gonna talk about that today. What
What?
else you got to talk about?
I wanna know what you think of the OnePlus 12.
Well, it's in the box. I shot a couple of reels with it, with the OnePlus 12 and 12R, and I put it back in the box.
This box. Put it back in this box.
It's a nice box.
It is a nice box. It's big. It's bigger than the other boxes.
Well, okay. What do I think about it? I think it's a great phone. Standalone, without comparing it to anything else, I think it is a fantastic phone. And if you spent full price on it with no trade-ins and just no sales, you got more than your money's worth. OnePlus is killing it.
They are.
Battery life, I ain't even had to use this phone. I just know it's clutch because I know what the 11 is like. Charging speeds, stupid. The screen looks good from what I saw. Like everything was moving. Just when you get, and I'm gonna make me complain again. when you showcase a phone on screen, what do?
Yeah.
You open it up, make sure that thing opens up real fast, and you scroll up so you can get that app drawer to show, and then you might scroll back down and scroll to the side, and then you tap on an app, and that shows how fast it is, right? How responsive it is.
Correct.
That's it. That's why phones are boring. That's why phones are boring, bro.
I mean, there's
Oh,
no way
man.
around that though.
And then you got the camera. Oh, that's what we can talk about. So did you happen to see a reel that I put out this week with my car? I was washing my car.
No, not a car one.
Well, I decided to shoot a reel of me washing my car because I needed some content this week. I just needed to put stuff out, right? And I think when people saw it, they just focused on the car. They don't really read captions. So I asked the question at the end of the second part of my caption. Phones are really good these days with the cameras. Camera phones are good.
Mhm.
So what do you think this video was shot with? So I want you to pick up your phone right now, go to Instagram, look at my shit, and I want you to look at that reel washing the car and tell me what you think it was shot with. Was it shot with a camera, like a mirrorless camera, or was it shot with a phone? And if it was shot with a phone, which one? This is going to be good. I think you're going to get it right the first time. You might have to, if you put this on the actual podcast, you might have to do like a screenshot of the video.
How do I find
Clip it and then
How do I find reels?
go to my page.
Is it under New Stuff TV?
Yeah. No,
Why
just
not?
call me Antoine.
That's why it's not coming up. All right, on your page.
So it's the second row down to the far right.
Oh, the one with the bend symbol, huh?
Yeah. So just watch a little bit and tell me if it was a real camera or a phone. And if it was a phone, which phone was it?
Washing the car. You guys, can I show this actually?
Well, I think when you actually edit this, you might want to
Yeah,
just,
when I edit it, I could show it.
yeah, I can even send it to you if you want.
Yeah, do that. It's a nice car, by the way.
Appreciate it, dog. This shit was dirty as hell.
It's A6700.
A6700?
Mm-hmm. That's
All
the
right,
A6700.
what makes you say that?
The bokeh.
The bokeh, huh? Okay, you
And
can't
there was
show
this one shot. There was this one shot where there were trees in the background.
you can't
And it
do
was
that same bokeh with a phone?
it's not as easy as just like clicking and going on a phone.
All right, I got you. Well, you are kind of right. It was an A7C2 with a that was a 35 millimeter 1.4 lens.
Yeah, it looked like a 35 millimeter. It looked like that cinema classic.
Yeah, it's actually the same camera and lens I'm using right now. So just so people know, the lens and the camera retail at Sony or hell, even at Amazon. What are we talking like? Damn near $4,000 probably. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. Where'd you
My
go?
camera just cut off.
I can hear you. I can't see you though.
That's funny as shit, man.
I can hear
Camera
you
just
still.
said, "Okay, I'm done."
Yeah, no more.
There we go. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So as I was talking about the camera, it decided
We're back.
to overheat and shut off after almost an hour. Anyways, yeah, man, it's not a cheap camera and a lens setup. Lenses, I think the lens probably costs more than the camera. What I'm really trying to say is there's no way around it, man. With the phones, the cameras are great. You can't take nothing away from them, but they're not as good as cameras. Like dedicated cameras are still what's up.
Yeah,
Remember
I
when
mean,
the Chrysler 300 came out?
I love that thing.
All right. You know how people used to say, man, this thing looks like a Phantom.
Yeah, it did. That's why everybody loved it.
Yeah, until a real Phantom pulled up next to it.
Yeah. But it was like the poor man's version of a dope ride.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a great looking car, but you know,
Yeah.
you can say it looks like a Phantom until a Phantom shows up and it's like, oh, snap, that's a Phantom.
Yeah.
That's the difference between a real camera and a phone.
That's a good analogy. It's a good analogy. Well done.
But man, I guess we're gonna have to wrap it up, man.
Yeah, we've been going for
Cameras over
it's like
here sitting up.
it's like an hour long, bro.
What'd you say?
It's like an hour long podcast today.
Yeah, man, you got a lot of material. You run this shit through
Opus.
Opus.
That's right. Opus
Yeah,
clips.
man. Opus clips say it's not bad. I still got some clips I need to put out from Opus.
Opus got a lot. I'm going back and taking old videos too. You know, you can just grab the YouTube link from an old video and throw it in.
I've been thinking about doing that. I didn't put out anything today. I was thinking about that today, actually.
Yeah, just grab an old video.
Might just have to do it, man. Hey, man, it was good catching up, man. We ain't talked in a minute.
It's been a hot
Man,
minute.
you didn't got yourself all tied up and stuff, man.
I mean, you got yourself COVID.
Well, there was that. Fucking CES. 2
Mhm.
for 2.
Yeah.
I took home COVID twice.
Not me. Not
This
once.
year wasn't that bad, though.
Well, that's good. Your wife's better?
No. So last year, I didn't get COVID bad. My wife did. This year, I felt like I was damn near dead one night, and she didn't get it that bad, but it lingered for her. So
Yeah. She probably
to hell with
doesn't
COVID.
ever want you to go to CES again.
Oh, I'm banned. Straight up banned.
Yeah.
I know it was CES because all last year I went to Colorado, I went to New York, I went to where's that state nobody lives? Utah. I went to
Where's that
Utah.
state nobody lives?
I went to Florida. I went to all them places, man. Never got sick, not even the sniffles. I go to CES at the beginning of the year, get COVID. And then a year later, go to CES, COVID.
Yeah. You're welcome.
The international version.
Yeah.
But
All
with
right,
that
brother.
being,
What?
what was you about to say?
Are you using the A7C2 still, or are you using the A6700?
This is a 6700 now
Mm,
with the 24 millimeter lens.
okay. Little crop sensor.
Yeah. Did you see when I first put it on with the 35 how cropped in it was?
Yeah, your face was showing.
Yeah, it was cut in
Your whole
half.
face. Yep.
That's funny.
Looks
how
good
that
though. Still looks good.
Let me see. Hold up. Okay, so I'm at 2.8 right now. Oh, let me open that up. Oh, that's too bright. Hold
That's
up.
too bright. You
All
said
right.
this is 24,
This is a 24.
1.4.
Yep. All right, there we go. This is 1.4 now.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
All right.
Nice.
It's a good setup, man. I like my setup. I love my gear.
Nice, bro. Nice. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll be back soon with another podcast. Any last words?
Dude, I'm sorry I started off all disgruntled.
I mean, you were like, man, fuck tech. Fuck tech. I don't care. Fuck tech. It's all good, man. I understand.
But I do feel like I got some stuff off my chest, though.
feel
I
better?
appreciate the conversation.
Yeah. I'm glad I could help. We gotta do this more. I'm glad I could help.
It was like therapy, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I'm here for you. As a fellow tech enthusiast, I understand.
All right, man. Until we talk again. Do we have a sign off?
No, we don't. We should create one.
You go ahead.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Like, fuck. Jersey's better than Texas. Peace.
God damn.